Here we are at Peach Boxing, West versus the Rest. With you tonight, Isaac Savage and Triple C, my verbal sparring partner. Welcome along tonight, Kendall.
Hello, Isaac. Great to be here. Awesome stuff. Great lineup, great matchups. Straight in there.
Ready now for bout number 4. Both boys from Peach Boxing. Couldn't find opponents, so they're going to go in, stand and bang, and see who walks away. Trumps or not trumps, they're still getting in there, throwing down for 3 rounds.
Stand and bang, getting some experience. So yeah, they've put in some hard yards over the lockdown, still keeping their fitness and conditioning, and now they just get to throw some leather. They've probably done a lot of sparring, so it looks like, yeah, blue corner got another southpaw, so blue corner's always having a southpaw, so it looks
Yeah, well, we're
lately.
seeing a lot of southpaws. This is the most I've ever seen on a fight card in one go, and they've all been the first fight.
Yeah, 3 in a row. So yeah, have to say they've sparred each other before. They know each other, so
I think what we have to remember too is, even though these boys are from the same gym, some of the biggest wars are with guys in your own gym. So
absolutely.
a lot of them just aren't recorded, or never in the centre stage like this. So, for 2 people from the same gym to go at it, it's not really a big deal because they go at it all week.
Yeah. Or someone's punched you and you're just looking for that opportunity to get them back because you're trying to be the best version of yourself. You're trying to put your best foot forward. So if someone can punch you, you can punch them.
I remember Andrei Mikhailovich telling me that him and Jerome Pampaloon just throw leather. They stand and bang. And I would love to see some of those fights, those sparring sessions. But
I could imagine.
I don't know if we ever will.
Yeah, no, some sparring sessions I would have paid for more than paying for some of the fights that I've gone to see. I think it was Izzy versus David Naika. I would pay to see Izzy versus David.
Who got the better of 2? Who knows?
I would have paid David Light versus Jamie Eads. So I'd had a background with a bit of sparring with both of them. So it's just about how our worlds collide. So it's good to see, these guys tonight in the ring having their worlds collide with Tony and Carlos.
Short round here, 3 times 1.5 minute rounds. Tony there in the red against Carlos in the blue, both representing Peach Boxing.
And it's good to go through the full process of a camp, working towards an event, being able to put your skills on the line. So all of these little things add up, like the walk to the ring, dealing with the pressure from the crowd, being out there in front of a larger crowd rather than
100%. Just the whole, like you said, the process, the week of, the day. I remember, and you would have as well, you barely sleep the night before unless you're an absolute psycho.
Yeah.
And the day is never so long. The day of your fight day,
you have to eat,
you almost want it to slow down in a way too, because it starts speeding up near the fight and you're thinking, shit, I've got to fight, I don't want to fight, oh my hands are getting wrapped, what am I doing?
Sometimes awkward anxiety because I'm thinking too much about what I want to do in the future, but then I have to eat because I have to keep on putting those nutrients into feeding the machine. So there's a bigger picture. And these
Once
guys
you get your wraps on, the gloves are taped, there's no escaping. You've got to stand and bang. This is what you've trained to do, and this is what these boys are doing today. Yeah,
listening to your corner, not listening to the crowd because it's extra people, but also trusting your foundation.
Some people too, I don't know about you, Kendall, but it seems to be quite silent in there. The only things you can hear is your coach's corner or potentially one person as well. You hone in on that coach's voice.
Yeah, it could be one thing that someone's saying. They're telling you to throw a punch and you just want to throw that punch to shut them up sometimes. But that's just my thing. So these guys, they know each other, well informed, straight in there, getting those quality punches, getting that experience. That's the main thing. Even if it's exhibition.
Nice composure here from Tony. He's just sort of finding his shots, finding his range, stick and moving, nice little jabs there, throwing a few hooks when he needs to. Not lunging out, throwing a crazy barrage of shots.
Yeah, they're
picking
not
his shots
overthrowing.
wisely.
Yeah, that's the difference, not overthrowing the punches.
Bit of a shove there from Tony as well.
Oh, good jab. Good southpaw jab.
Oh, nice hook landing there from Carlos on the head.
Good speed. I remember those. Coming out of nowhere.
Just as I was talking up Tony, Carlos comes through with a beautiful right overhand.
Yeah, it's just that composure of ring craft, knowing where you are, and then setting up the next punch.
Nice left hook there from Tony. That was clinical.
Oh, great round.
Into round 2. Both boys still going for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say getting tired, but you can tell they're putting effort in and they're getting a bit of a puff on. And getting a minute's rest here. They normally have a minute's break in between round, and even if it's a minute and a half or like it's less than they normally fight for, a minute and a half is still a long time when you're throwing punches non-stop.
Yeah, like I say, you know, in your first fights, it can be the longest 6 minutes of your life. For these boys, it's going to be 4.5. And for the longer fights, it's about 8 to 12 minutes, but it can be or seem like a very, very long time in there.
Oh yeah, 4.5. So yeah, and each round can be its own fight. So they're about resetting, refocus, finding what works, and practicing it.
Third and final, both boys, like we said from the beginning, are from Peach Boxing, throwing it down for the first time here in the ring at the Waitemata Rugby League Club. Although they've probably done many rounds at Peach Boxing Gym.
So this bout is West versus West.
I thought you made a mistake there, but you're completely spot on, mate.
Totally.
West versus West.
Fighting each other. Showcasing their ultra sparring skills.
Speak of the devil, we're just talking of Andrei Mikhailovich, and there he is there with his young one, the legend, New Zealand champ and the undefeated Andrei Mikhailovich. How are you, mate?
The little one.
Mate, good.
Oh, coming in for the next bout.
Fight number 4 now, both from Peach. Tony versus Carlos. They're throwing down. I'm liking what I see here from both fighters.
Yeah, Tony was holding his stance and then evading a punch he's not backing off. So he's holding his ground, moving back, but still coming forward with those punches. Whereas it looks like Carlos
They
is
certainly riled him up a bit now.
He's coming forward. He's trying to make him miss, make him pay. That's the attitude. Oh, good scoring shots.
Oh, lunging into
Imagine
that
if they
uppercut.
had scored it. This would have been a great practice to score. Oh, good scoring shot from Blue.
What a fight there was from both these Peach Boxing boys. The same club thrown down
That's an awesome matchup.
in the ring here tonight. And it is different. It is different. I mean, you can do so many wars in the gym, but fighting under the bright lights in front of a crowd is just so different than having those gym wars.
It all adds up. You never know when you're going to be affected by the adrenaline rush of being in front of a crowd of a couple of hundred people. It's the atmosphere to get the conditioning. If you haven't done it, get in there. It's a life experience. It helps you grow.
As this was an exhibition fight, both boys winners on the night.
That's why I think boxing's helped more people than it's hurt. That is the saying. I've spoken.
Well, it's a lot safer than at times jumping in your car, statistics-wise. So, you know, the roads are dangerous. There's so many dangerous things out there. And yes, people are trying to punch you in the head, but it's a great thing to do. Like you said, you challenge yourself. It's only going to make you a better person.
You're going to get hit, but as long as you're okay with whatever happens in the ring stays in the ring.
Yeah, well, time and time again we usually see that, but
that's why we don't talk about what happened when we were fighting in the ring. Oh, do we call it sparring? Oh, do we call it sparring? Okay, moving right along. What else have we got?
you're going hard on me.
Next in line.